It's been a crazy year for the price of oil. Quite frankly, it's been a crazy year full stop. But welcome to my last look at what is going on with WTI crude oil price. Going to look at the fundamentals, some sentiment and the technical analysis to see where it's heading next and how it's going to push on into 2023. So with that, let's take a look at the analysis. So into some fundamentals slash sentiment, like the Baker Hughes rig count, great for analysing the energy sector overall, what's going on there. Look at the US line there, and change from prior count is 0 and change from last year plus 215, so still marginally positive there on the rig count. Now inventories, nothing too much to pick from the pieces here. Other than, I suppose, the trend last 4 weeks has been better than expected. Forecast this week was for minus 3.3 million barrels, and actually was minus 5.187 million barrels. Hard one to use for, price direction. Look more for spikes in the data to create shocks and maybe move the trends, but as I say, nothing really there at the moment. So some sentiment-based technical analysis. What have we got? We've got seasonality at the bottom. Well, this time of the year it's pretty flat, but if you head over to the left, you can see how that really ramps up in terms of historical price through to March time. So we could call that flat at the moment. And then heading on to the commitment of traders data. That's the large commercials, large speculators. Now look at the line here and the large commercials heading on upwards, and on the large speculators heading on downwards. And what we would want to see with the price at the moment is that the large speculators are moving in line with the price and the large commercials the inverse, and that's what's happening, and that's telling me that at the moment it's pretty bearish there on the commitment of traders data. So into the technical analysis, and this is the real longer term look, line chart set to weekly. Now I left on, interestingly, this key support bounce zone for the bulls, and as you can see, actually the price has broken on down through. I told you to watch out for that, just in case that was the support zone for it to go back on, but it hasn't. Also said watch out if it breaks down, then this next area 69.70 could be critical for the price. Now I'm being picky here, but we've got this uptrend going here, then we've almost got this heads and shoulders type pattern going on, down here. So if that's the case, then we could, we draw the neckline maybe through there, take from that to that, we could be seeing the price, back down unbelievably to the, well, it seems unbelievable, to the $40 sort of area, especially if this 69.70 area is broken. And if we go over the volume at price, we've got a lot in this 53, maybe down to mid 40s. So that again, if it does break there, could provide a buffer, support for the price. And as you can see over here in 2019-20, a lot of price action even further back at that sort of level. So an interesting chart at the moment, but it's definitely erring on the bearish side. Now if you are more bullish on WTI, looking for some ways in, we got the 4-line break chart here for you, a couple of numbers. We've got $74 and 76.5 for some possible re-entries to the upside. And heading into the Renko charts, we've got the long-term, short-term view, $4 block size for longer term, $1 for the short-term view. First of all, the long-term view, what are the indicators telling us? Well, we got bearish in the DMI, bearish regression, and bearish stochastics. And heading on to that price, we can see that lovely uptrend and then this sideways action. And recently, well, we've got this 95 price level, which seems to be an important one. As the price came down, tried to nudge its way back through, but that's when the support, resistance support flipped, and then it's heading on back down, firstly to this 61.8%, at $68, and then under that it's down to nearly 50. Now in the shorter term here on the right hand side, the signals at the moment bearish all the way through, not looking very healthy there. We got a slight negative downtrend. We got a sell signal outside the 2 pink line box breakout. We can see breaking down through the shorter term Fibonacci area 74 3/4, 75, and downsides we got this overlap here at around $62 to $60. Then we've got the mid 50s, and if it goes even further down to like 47 area. If it can recover from here, it's got to get through all of this sort of price noise here. So short-term upside targets 81, 82, mid 80s, and then if it can really push on, mid 90s, I would say. So there you go. That's the technicals. Not looking very strong at the moment for WTI. Let's give WTI its score. So based off all that analysis, I'm going bearish overall at the moment. You can see in the Renko short-term and long-term, pretty bearish, maybe not so much in the longer term at the moment. In terms of the other factors, seasonality pretty neutral, does pick up into the new year. Commitment of traders data definitely bearish. As for the rest, a bit of a mixed bag there. Line break chart giving you a couple of numbers in if you are bullish to the upside. Now in terms of targets, it's pretty decent either way. 3 to 1 and 5 1/4 to 1 to the bullish upside, and to the downside 3.44 and 4.78 to 1. So there you go, crude oil bearish score at the moment. Now, it wasn't that long ago that we had negative prices in WTI, and it's hard to imagine the current price being around $40–50 a barrel, but looking at those technicals, it is very possible, especially heading into 2023. But will OPEC Plus, get involved and try and drive up that price once more? Bit of a battle still playing out there. Love to hear your thoughts. Where do you think the price is heading next? At the moment, looks short-term bearish, but could that flip? Like I say, love to hear your thoughts there. And if you want to learn more about the Renko charts I've used and all the other stuff that I get involved with, we've got a great playlist for you on the YouTube channel that you can work your way through over the Christmas holidays. And here it is coming up now.